Yes, people. So here we are we're driving through Spain right now. Let's get some breeze control. Driving through Spain right now. Let's see if I can turn the camera around. No, it won't allow me. Okay, so we're gonna have to just go with me, unfortunately. And my observations on this journey thus far is like the French roads are superior to the Spanish ones. Possibly historically, they're the latter-day conquistadors, aren't they? They still have all their mineral rights and footholds in many African nations, where the Spanish no longer are the present-day conquistadors, where they once ruled vast empires, as did the British, along with the British in many respects. So my point of this is that you can see an epitaph of greatness where the French still have mineral resources to ensure that their roads are supreme, whereas the Spanish no longer do have. And it's interesting when you look at the earth and it all looks so beautiful, and it's all man nature, isn't it? Man nature. It's not nature. It's not that. It's man nature. Man's nature is to cultivate and till the land. Wasn't that the first thing that happened with Adam and Eve? They got dashed out of the garden, so they've said. Yeah, he had to go and till the land. Okay, so taking this a little step further, man should only have two loves in his life. Okay, and the first was not your direct mother. It should be Mother Earth. Yeah, that's your first love. Yeah, till the earth. It looks after you, nurtures you, shelters you, feeds you, provides comfort, food, all those things that you could not have without her. Sorry. And then the second love obviously would be the procreative love, where you have a woman. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and in my estimation, those are two reasonable factors where we have two loves in our life. And the first one is Mother Earth. The second one is the mother of your children. So it sort of, Kels and I were having this discussion this morning about, I was saying how most things are buried in language, and how the Moors, for example, the word amor means love, in most Latin languages. Amor. Okay, so what's so significant about that? Well, let's examine it for a second. Just say the Moors, let's use a great example, Mansa Musa, the 13th century, Islamized. He was Islamized, yeah. So he was dripping gold wherever he went. Why? Why was he doing that? Why was he doing that? Well, there was an edict that he felt compelled to do this. Say bankrupted Greece, oxymoronic. How can you bankrupt a place when you're enriching it and make it make sense? So the one thing that he did do, because remember the Arab conquest, the Sumerians, they were warring with Al-Qabilah in Africa for thousands of years. So history tells us. And they couldn't defeat Africa. In numerical value was just too much. So they encamped around their trade routes, cut off their trade routes to India, China, etc., etc. So they annexed them, basically. Mansa Musa, what he did was open the floodgates to Europe, okay? Because the Arabs needed an ally, and the only ally they could have were in close proximity with the Europeans, the Caucasians. And they had to make Africa appealing to them. So Mansa Musa did that. He opened that gateway. And after that was the rush for Africa, ever since the fall of the kings, the black kings and queens, after that, blah, 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 blah. So, but the one thing with the Moors, when they were in power and enthroned all throughout Europe and beyond, they took concubines. All they wanted, kind of, it was kind of a treatise where they trade women, virgins, for knowledge, information. They were building castles. They were introducing irrigation systems, hot and cold water, plumbing systems, astrology, astronomy, maths, all these finite things that we take for granted today, the Moors introduced. So this came from a higher learning. This was a higher spiritual learning, and what it did, it opened the floodgates for the rush to Africa then, where the whites then were also demonstrated by the Arabs how to enslave blacks. So, yeah, it's a really, really weird scenario. But the one thing keeps keeping track here is that the Moors were prolific lovers. Yeah, so the word amour, yeah, meant lover. Interesting fact. Yeah, so moving on from that, yeah, we're like 450 miles from Gibraltar. Yeah, exciting times. So when we get to Gibraltar, it's like that crossing. That's kind of out of Europe now into unknown territory. This is where the journey really begins, I believe. So I got to turn the camera around to give you guys some view of what's going on. It's very cloudy, it's very stormy, very balmy weather. We're going to pass through that anytime now. I can see the rain clouds all around me. They don't look natural. Nothing looks natural anymore. They know what natural is. Who knows? But the journey continues. I will keep you posted, keep you updated. Everyone stays well and blissed out. Yeah? Signing out for now. Love, love, love.